Jordan, I think everybody saw what you had to say about John Mateer earlier this week, but if you can kind of just expand on that, what has really impressed you about what he's done so far?
I think what jumps off the tape is just the confidence that he plays with. A lot of times it's a part of the quarterback psyche and game that you don't talk about a ton. He plays with an extreme amount of confidence, and that means he's willing to take risks and throw into windows that a lot of other quarterbacks aren't willing to. But I think what I loved most about him breaking on the tape from Washington State and coming here was his ability to throw off platform, change and manipulate the trajectory of balls. So a lot of times you'll see him drive it, but he's really good as well off platform, floating the ball over second level defenders or over the shoulder of a receiver. He's just got an unbelievable command of the football, which I think is rare in college.
Being an SEC guy coming from Vanderbilt, how cool is it to add 2 more schools to the SEC Nation Tour?
Love it. So this is actually my second time here. I came here and did a game last year, but I literally was straight to the stadium and back. So this is actually my first time on campus. Cool, because even when I played in the SEC, I didn't get to play at every stadium. So now I get to go to every stadium. Obviously, I have for 9 or 10 years now, but this is really cool. I think it feels right. It feels like a good fit with Texas as well. But this is it's going to be fun.
What do you think of Ben Arbuckle?
So I'm going to do a breakdown on Arbuckle tomorrow. I think he is a wizard at manipulating defenses with formations and motions pre-snap. Like, he does an unbelievable job of creating space. And there was a play, Michigan, Kanik had the big play early down the middle of the field because he went formation into the boundary. So he put 3 receivers into the boundary, forced the field safety to have a lot of ground to cover, and attack them with 2 guys. Really easy way to run a play. You run a million times, but do it out of a different formation into the boundary, which forces the defense to do something. A couple other plays will he'll switch from 2x2 to 3x1 to 4x1. Just the amount of stress he puts on a defense pre-snap, I think, is elite. And there's a reason that he's going to be very sought after, unfortunately for y'all, after this year, for head coaching jobs as they start to open. I think he's that good.
What do you think about Arnold and his return to Norman?
It's revenge tour time, right? I mean, look, I think a lot of the criticism fell on Arnold last year. Some unjust because of, you guys know, what he was dealing with, the injuries at offensive line, the injuries at wide receiver. They couldn't run the football in an RPO-based offense. It makes it kind of tough. But he also didn't play well. We hear that he is a different quarterback. When I watch him, I see a guy that looks like he's playing with more confidence, looks different. This will be the test, right? This is the true test of, did Hugh Freeze actually build the confidence that we didn't see in Jackson Arnold last year? Because you all heard about Hugh Freeze telling his defensive coordinator to scheme things up so they could hit big plays and build his young quarterback's confidence. He's going to get hit in the mouth a couple times tomorrow, and we're going to see if he responds the way we kind of saw him respond last year, which is panic, start to see ghosts, and scramble around and not run the offense. Or maybe we're going to see a quarterback that has developed a lot. Don't know, but he's going to get hit in the mouth, and we're going to find out, and I'm really excited.
The turnovers have been an interesting part. He hasn't turned the ball over yet. He obviously did a lot last year, and OU hasn't forced a turnover yet. The defense has been pretty good so far. Which one do you think gives first?
Well, Arnold, I believe, and this is off the top of my head, I think he's only attempted 9 passes that have traveled either beyond 10 or 15 yards downfield. So they haven't really needed to push the ball downfield that ton. They will this game. So I think OU's going to put up points. They're going to need to keep pace. So I don't know. He didn't turn the ball over a ton at OU, primarily, though, because I think he avoided throwing into tight coverage. He avoided throws that he probably should have taken. He avoided risk at times because of everything that was going on around him. Here's the thing about this, what's interesting, and I was just thinking this. He's going up against now his former staff, a defensive coordinator that was his head coach, that innately knows everything that gives him issues because he got a front row seat to it last year. He knows exactly what bothers him. He knows exactly what he doesn't like to see. That's going to be fun to see early, just what Venables dials up, knowing what Jackson struggled with and what he doesn't like to see, and that'll be fun.
And then for OU, Mason Thomas, targeting call last game, not the first half of this game. What do you think of that and just targeting calls in general?
For the most part, I think it is officiated really well. I think the frustration comes from, especially with fans, just not really, I think, understanding the difference between targeting. There's 2 types, right? There's the type that is using the crown of your helmet, and a lot of people don't realize the crown is just a 6-inch radius on the very top of your head. And if you have a defenseless player, it doesn't have to be Crowley, right? Just any forcible contact to the head or neck area. So I think for the most part, it's a great rule. It's taken a lot of unnecessary hits out of the game. It's kind of re-educated people how to protect themselves, more importantly. Sucks for our Mason Thomas. Like, he's going to be chomping at the bit. That means Auburn better watch out in the second half, because I think he's one of the best pass rushers in the entire country, and he's going to be coming with something to prove, and pretty mad that he missed a half of it.
Both of these coaches, Hugh Freeze and Venables, maybe came into the year with a little bit of a hot seat. Both have gotten off to good starts.
Yeah.
Just for the trajectory of their careers, how big of a game do you think this is?
I think it is bigger for Hugh Freeze. It's still big. Like Venables decided to push all the chips on the table, kind of like Clark Lee did last year, take over control of the defense, be a play caller, get back to what he does best. We've already seen that pay dividends. So he's already, if they hadn't played Michigan, we'd kind of still be like, oh, they look good, but we don't know. Like, no, they check the box. If they lose today, it's not going to be an end-all, be-all for him, but Hugh Freeze, it's going to get real loud, especially if it goes big for Oklahoma. If they get embarrassed, people are going to start that conversation for sure. Appreciate it, everybody.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you.
Jordan, can I get a picture?
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
a big Bachelor fan. Congrats on the baby.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I know you're happy with baby.